Alrighty, good morning, my friends. Around about this time of year with Halloween approaching, I usually like to do a little experiment in school called the Jello of Science. This year we can't do the Jello of Science in school, but maybe you can do it at home or your family can adapt it. So what I have here, I took some yellow Jello, some lemon Jello, and I took some red Jello, strawberry Jello. I mixed them according to the package directions, prepared them, and here's what I got. I have here some yellow Jello and some red Jello. Now, anytime we do a science experiment at this age level, we're going to remember three things. Grown-ups, you call it the scientific method. Boys and girls, what we do is we think about what do we think is going to happen when we do this experiment, and then we figure out, we watch and we figure out what happened. We watch and we listen and we observe and we try to figure out what happened. And then when it's all over, we think about, well, why did that happen? Okay, one more time, we figure out what we think is going to happen, we observe what happened, and then we think about why it might have happened, okay? So let's take a look. If I mix some of my yellow Jello and some of my red Jello together, what do I think is going to happen? What do you think is going to happen? Let's give that a little bit of thought. While you're thinking about it, I'm going to take some of my yellow Jello and put it in my bowl, my mixing bowl. Here we go. All this month, we have been talking about all of our senses, things that we can see and hear and smell and taste and feel. Jello is one of those things that's pretty fun to use our senses on. So here we go. I've got a little bit of the yellow and I got a little bit of the red. I got them. All right, so you've already made your prediction of what you think is going to happen. So now let's observe what happens. I'm just gonna mix these guys together. Here we go. We'll tell you now, it feels a little funny, this Jello. It feels a little weird to mix it with a spork. Here we go. Oh, do you see something happening yet? I still see some yellow, and I still see some red, but I'm beginning to see something else. Do you see it too? What do you see? Yeah, I'm seeing some orange. Is that what you predicted would happen? Is that what you thought to yourself? I think when we mix yellow and red, it'll make orange. Maybe you've done that before. And there it is. Boys and girls, we mixed our Jello of Science and we made orange. All right. We should try to figure out why that happened. When we mix yellow and red, does it always make orange? Has that happened before when you've mixed your markers or your Play-Doh, or maybe when you've mixed some paints? Does yellow and red always make orange? Okay, and grown-ups, even if they have done this sort of thing before, there is a lot of value in repeating the experiments. Even the grown-ups repeat their experiments just to make sure. Alrighty, one more funny little experiment that you can do with this exact Jello of Science. You know that when you mix yellow and red, it makes orange. But when you mix strawberry and lemon, does it make orange? That's something to think about. That's something to taste if you do this at home. And come back to school and tell me what happened or post it on the dojo, okay? All right, thanks for listening.